Hey crypto bros and sisters, welcome back to the channel. As always, let's go over some crypto news. The Bitcoin Lightning Network may get even better if this wonder kid Barack Casali has something to say about it. Barack Casali, the 24-year-old self-taught Bitcoin developer and researcher who disrupted a large chunk of Bitcoin's Lightning Network last year, is now proposing a new layer 2 protocol dubbed ARC that he says will solve the Lightning's inbound liquidity problem, guys. Brock says the problem with the Bitcoin Layer 2 Lightning Network is that the person receiving the inbound liquidity actually needs to have liquidity to receive anything off the Lightning Network. So imagine a payment system where you need money to receive money. Makes no sense, Barack stated, and I agree with him. That's like your broke friends or family members need to borrow money, but you can't send them any money because they have no money. Which kind of, that's why they're asking you in the first place. But okay. That is why Barack developed ARC, another way to transaction Bitcoin without liquidity issue for the person receiving, and simply is much faster and cheaper. Barack has been working on ARC without raising any institutional capital, and it's open source, guys. He is only taking donations to fund the project. ARC has got the attention of prominent Bitcoiners. Barack went down the Bitcoin rabbit hole like many of us, guys. Barack was interested in how the network could gain value using electricity, so he decided to dive head first. Here's a quote of what he learned about Bitcoin, and it reads, "I dug deeper into the details of how Bitcoin works under the hood," said Casali. "I built a Bitcoin wallet based on what I have learned, and then over time I realized Bitcoin doesn't scale." And we heard this plenty of times before, guys, about the scaling issues. Guys, I just did a video about the scale Bitcoin Civil War. I'll link in the description below. Check it out. But basically, the community known as the Big Blockers called for an increase in the standard 1 megabyte size of Bitcoin blocks in order to scale the network capacity. Another faction, the Small Blockers, who eventually prevailed, argue that blocks should be kept small to maintain decentralization, guys. Barack joined the Big Blockers, which created Bitcoin Cash. The head person over there was Roger Ver, who I actually talked about in the Bitcoin Civil War video, guys, I made a couple days ago. However, Barack said Bitcoin Cash is not expressive enough to build an AMM. Casali says ARC is much like Lightning in that it scales Bitcoin by transaction off-chain. However, instead of requiring users to commit funds on the outset as a way of establishing liquidity, the new protocol uses ARC services provider ASPs who are always on and provide 24 liquidity service for a fee. Lightning off-chain channel payments are like a game of ping pong, guys. Coins change hands with a 2-2 multi-sig indefinitely until the channel is closed. A 2-of-2 multi-signature of multi-sig transaction requires two parties to sign for the transaction to be valid, guys. If ARC succeeds with this spell doom for the Bitcoin Lightning Network, not really, according to the developer. The two systems would complement each other, guys. An ARC service provider is also a Lightning service provider, said Casali. To be an ARC service provider, you run a Bitcoin node, you run the ARC service provider node, and also you run a Lightning node. I think anything that helps Bitcoin scale is good for the network, guys. Hopefully this Wonderkid can do it. Anyways, guys, if you gain any value from my video, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.